Mr. Katsaros, the Head of Commercial and Investor Relations. So, Mr. Katsaros, whenever you're ready, you can give it a go.
Just please let me know when you can see my screen.
Yep,
we do now.
Okay, excellent. So thank you everybody for being here. Good afternoon. My name is Serios Katsaros. I'm the Head of Commercial and Investor Relations of BioHealth DNA Technology. It is a company founded in 2019 in Greece, designing and developing molecular diagnostic devices for the point of care. Point of care testing is a very big problem globally. There is a distinct need for available solutions to test reliably in a decentralized setting or point of need, but the solutions available were either too big or too expensive or too slow to cater for the need. There was back and forth of samples to central facilities, degrading samples or delaying responses. Now, because of its importance, the World Health Organization has put together a set of qualitative criteria describing the desired solutions, and that is that they have to be affordable, sensitive, specific, user-friendly, rapid and robust, equipment-free, and deliverable to those who need them. With the exception of equipment-free, we introduced in 2021 the Pebble. The Pebble is a platform device, molecular diagnostic platform device designed especially for the point of care, and it is much cheaper than the previous available solutions. It is very fast. It can analyze up to 6 samples within 30 minutes. It is operated through an Android device and stores the results on the cloud, and it is comparable to the PCR because it's a molecular method. It is already CIVD certified and introduced to the market. Because it's a platform, we started developing various kits to complement it, and we started with COVID and flu, which was what the market needed at the time. But now we have moved on developing many more tests to complement the offering, some of them in collaboration with partners elsewhere, such as in South Africa with BioHealth and Cape Bio. The market we are addressing is very big. It's expected to exceed 100 billion within the next 3 to 4 years. That is aggregating the in vitro diagnostics market, but also the companion diagnostics market. This is a growing market now. And because the device is designed to be used at the doctor's office, it can be used by the doctor before administering therapy to check if the patient is genetically compatible with the administered treatment. In terms of the competitive landscape, we have the older competition, which is up here, is the old expensive devices, and some solutions that found their way into the market during the COVID pandemic because of the available funding, each one introducing a merit against the old competition, but none of them being able to capture the complete value proposition of the Pebble, which is low cost, very portable, very reliable, fast, high throughput, and uniquely open access. We have a colorimetric isothermal method, which is something used in the labs, or it was used in a setting without a digital solution. And now we have third parties coming with already available kits who want access to our point of care solution. We received the first funding in 2020 September, and within 1 year, we managed to certify the company and the products, and this is a very big achievement for any company. And now we've been active for over a year with the Pebble and COVID and flu test kits in the market. And moving forward, we're about to introduce the test that I described earlier, together with a self-testing solution for home testing at the molecular level. In terms of traction, we've sold more than 150 units and more than 40,000 tests have been performed on our devices. We have partnerships from South Africa to Northern Europe, and we've sold devices from New Zealand to Mexico. We've been identified by the European Union as a key innovator, and we have received multiple awards along the way. We also have patent pending applications in all major markets. Our business model is simple. It's a razor and blades. We sell a very affordable instrument at 750 euros, expecting to half the price once we scale up. And we make most of our revenue and our margin by selling the test kits. But also, uniquely, we start making money from third parties who want access for their test kits on our platform. And from next year, we will introduce the self-testing device operating under a similar model. The company was founded in very strong academic foundations. It is a quasi-spin-off from the Institute of Molecular Biology and Biotechnology, Hellas. All the original researchers of the technology are part of the company, and we have complemented the company with advisors of Dr. Skumbuzo from South Africa, who is a WHO consultant and a prominent figure in the sub-Saharan region, and Professor Eleni Nastouli, who heads the virology lab at University College London Hospital, and she's also an advisor to various health bodies across the world. All the key executives and the personnel are very high academic standards. Coming to funding, we have received 1,450,000 from 2 VCs, one in Greece and one in Bulgaria, and 3 angel investors. And we also received non-dilutive funding in the form of H2020 grant to bring our solution from the lab to the market. That was within a consortium of 8 partners. And we've also registered close to $500,000 in revenue. Ideally, we seek 5 million to expand the premises and do the scale up in personnel and manufacturing capability, do the marketing effort and the certification effort to enter new markets, and of course, fund the products pipeline as described earlier. Given though the current economic environment, which is not that favorable, we're also contemplating a bridge round of 1.2 million. Thank you very much. This is it.
Amazing. Thank you a lot, Mr. Katsaros. Very interesting presentation. And now we can welcome any questions that we have from the audience. I would like to also, I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce before Ms. Kritas, that is with us today. She's the Business Development Manager of HBio, the Hellenic Bio Cluster. And HBio is a very good partner of HTB, so we are very happy to have her aboard. So do you have any questions for Mr. Katsaros on biopics?
Should I start the round of questioning since while the others are actually thinking about it? Okay. Thank you, Sergey. I just have a quick question. How did you choose your next tests, and where are you targeting? Are you targeting somewhere to expand geographically, and why is that? Can you give us a little bit of more insight?
Yeah, so we have different targets, different target markets and different target diseases. One is malaria, and there's a very big need coming from South Africa, and our partners there demanded that as our first extra test, but also the bacterial screening test. Sorry, I have some. The bacterial screening test is a test developed to determine whether somebody should be prescribed antibiotics, because they also have a very big problem in South Africa, but also globally, of antibiotics-resistant microbes. And this is one way of combating that, by choosing whether you administer antibiotics or not. Then we go to the STDs, which is also a huge market, and bringing STDs together with our disposable device can bring it into the home at a reliable molecular diagnostic level, not the self-test that they have available now. And the rest of the diseases also come from a conference, pediatrics conference in South Africa, where they said, should you complete this panel of tests for the Pebble, then this is going to be a must-have for all practitioners in the region. So it was market driven.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
And we have one question from Mr. Adoniou. You can go ahead. Just so you know, you're muted in case you're already talking. Mr. Adoniou, do you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we do now. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for the presentation. Let me turn on my camera as well. I caught the last part of it because I joined 10 minutes ago. Question: in 2 years, what type of how much revenue do you see having in the company?
Well,
I probably missed that. Maybe you mentioned it.
I didn't say that was a backup slide. So this is the bridge round scenario that I described earlier. So the small round that we're trying to seek. So we expect to have about 5 million in revenues by the end of 2024.
All right. Okay, and that's the breakdown.
Yeah.
And a question from me, please. Where are your IP rights held now? Is it in Greece or somewhere else?
So for the Pebble, we have entered the national application phase. Wherever you see the dark color, basically, it's wherever it made commercial sense. So it's a global patent being already brought to the national levels. And we also have additional patent for the small device that I described, following a similar path.
Great, and we have one more question from Themis. You can go ahead.
Yes, I would like to ask what is the competition, and what is your competitive advantage versus the competition?
Okay, so this top line here, the four first, is the old devices, which means they cost from 10,000 to 25,000 each. They analyze one sample at a time. You're dependent on their consumables, and during the pandemic, it showed that they could not respond because of cost and time and all that I described. The new solutions that came into the market that I would consider more of a competition to us, each one has improved somewhat, maybe the cost, maybe the size, maybe the weight, but none of them was able to capture what was described earlier, to be affordable, to be fast, to be deliverable to those who need them. And this open access aspect that we have means that if one invests in our platform, which is basically a very cheap platform, they can get not only our set of tests, but they will eventually get a huge array of selection of available tests coming from third parties. So I think that's the biggest advantage, apart from the weight and the price and all that.
Perfect. Thank you a lot, Mr. Katsaros, and thank you everyone for your questions. We have to move on to the next company, which is Cogitat, and we have the CEO of the company, Mr. Ponaya. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. He's going to correct me if I'm wrong. Alan, are you in the call? Let me check because before. Sorry, yeah, there he is. So whenever you're ready, you may start.
Great. Thank you very much, Alina. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we do.
Great. Thank you very much for inviting me to present Cogitat. I'm very excited to tell you about our company. We're essentially a brain-computer interface company that converts thoughts into actions. We believe that we can become the core decoding technology that will allow everyone to convert thoughts into actions. Now, what does that mean? We're aiming for a new paradigm in brain-computer interfaces. Before, it wasn't thought that it would be possible for a brain-computer interface to convert thoughts into actions with non-invasive technology. Therefore, companies such as Neuralink, Synchron, and BlackRock Neurotech have developed invasive ways of putting electrodes onto the brain itself in order to decode the brain waves to allow for activation of movements. There are other companies who have used non-invasive technology, such as NextMind, which is reactive, so it's not directly reading from the motor cortex. And traditionally, lab-based BCI and EEG technologies haven't allowed people to read what a person's intention to movement is without extensive training. So we've essentially conquered all of these aspects by creating technology that's non-invasive, that's active in order you think, and then it causes a movement, and also it doesn't require any training at all. So the technology we've developed essentially works with anyone, anytime, any device, and any place. And we have the unique scientific team and expertise to kind of build this technology, essentially unlocking the power of virtual reality for many new applications, which we're focusing on initially into the stroke rehabilitation market. Our expertise from the team comes from a track record of building previous machine learning startups. We also won a competition at the end of last year where all of the EEG labs, 110 from around the world, competed to see who was the best at transfer learning, which means that the technology can be transferred from device to device and person to person. We came #1 in this competition ahead of the US Army. We've also got the largest data sets possible according to motor cortex decoding. And this allows us to then train our algorithms to combine neuroinformatics and machine learning. We're a spin out of Imperial College London also. Our team is, as you can see, largely comprised of people from Greece, and we have a subsidiary in Greece as well. Myself, I'm a surgeon who works within the NHS, and is also CEO of Cogita.
Sorry, Alan, we do not see your slides changing, so we cannot see the team, for example, now. Not sure why.
Can
we
you
are
see
still at
the
the
slide now?
Cogita's expertise on slide number 5.
Let me try it again. Can you see the team now?
Not yet, actually.
No.
Now?
No.
Should we switch to you presenting, because
Yeah.
I can see the team from here, but someone is frozen.
We can see it now.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, fine. So I'm moving on from the team slide. Can you see this slide?
Not yet. I can also
Maybe
just
it's
share
just a
my
delay.
screen.
Yeah.
We can see the market size now.
Okay, fine. So the market size essentially, as I said, we're focusing on stroke rehabilitation as well as building VR gaming, which will help in the stroke rehabilitation market, as I will explain. We believe that this is the kind of initial focus in getting people moving after strokes, as it's quite a large need in the UK at the moment. Can you see this slide?
Yeah, we can see the solution.
Yeah. Okay, great. So just to re-emphasize, we are the decoding part of this pathway. We're not a hardware company. We work. The software works with any hardware that's available and essentially converts the user's thoughts into actions, either in the virtual world or in the physical world. So we have a demo online. I'm not going to play that now due to time constraints. However, this essentially allows a user to imagine closing their fist, and then the fist on the screen closes. And this is in the form of a game, which can be used for stroke rehabilitation, which I'll explain a bit later. So what we're using the funding for is to improve the technology and keep it ahead of all of our competitors by allowing it to work well across different populations and different devices. We're building the amount of classes of functions, so closing fist, opening fist, moving the legs. These are the key areas we're focusing on at the moment and solving real world problems. So as you can see in our journey, we began as a spin out of Imperial College. We raised £500,000 of pre-seed funding, which has allowed us to build this technology in conjunction with a Innovate UK grant to build a potential prototype for stroke rehabilitation. Now, what this technology allows us to do is open and close the fist just by imagining that movement, which is critical for people who are trying to rehabilitate from strokes, because if they have no movement, they cannot begin their rehabilitation. This allows them to move it from the safety of their own home, and we're working in conjunction with the NHS to deliver this technology for patients. So essentially, we're looking for money that will allow us to take this technology, build it into a product, and deploy it within the NHS and within other hospitals around the world. Develop the core technology for VR applications as well, which will go beyond the initial application we've discussed. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you a lot, Alan. Do we have any questions from the audience? We only have a couple of minutes left for this slot. Would anyone like to go first? Yes, Mr. Strategopoulos, you can start.
Hello, thanks. Thank you very much for the presentation. I think what you are doing is very interesting, but I have a major concern about when do you believe your technology will mature, the market for your technology will be more mature and it will start rolling out commercially such technologies?
So in terms of the stroke rehabilitation, I think the market is ready, because we have companies like MindMaze for using virtual reality and this is now being rolled out within trusts in the NHS at the moment. So they are looking for new technologies for stroke rehabilitation. Moving beyond that, for using this technology to move within a VR environment. Currently, this is very niche. So it's within kind of medical and within gaming. And I do think that for that to kind of hit the mass levels, we're looking around 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
Do you have one last question?
Yeah. I have a question. Yeah,
Nick,
Antonio, please go ahead. Yeah, sorry for this.
Alan, thank you for the presentation. First of all, very interesting what you're working on. Do you currently have any revenue from games? Because you mentioned that you are deploying some of your technology for building games.
Yeah, I mean,
VR games.
This is still in the prototype phase, so there's no revenue as yet. But we're kind of working with a partner VR gaming company, and so as part of the product that we're creating, there will be games as well as the stroke rehabilitation games. Okay.
And one last question: how do you imagine the go-to-market? I mean, it relates back to the previous question, but how do you imagine? How do you go by introducing, when you're ready, the product to the market? What channels are you going to use?
So in terms of the stroke rehabilitation, we're working with neurologists and physiotherapists within the NHS to create an integrated system where people can have the hardware and play the games at home, but they're overseen by the neurologist and physiotherapist in the hospital. And the hospitals are interested in using this technology because it will allow the expertise of the clinicians to be spread out much more widely, because currently they can't cope with the amount of patients who need stroke rehabilitation. So this allows kind of tele-rehabilitation in the patient's own home. And we've already discussed implementation with the trusts for when the product is ready.
So the hospitals are the customer, is the customer, correct?
Exactly. So the customers are the hospitals and the patients. So currently patients have to pay for private rehabilitation in order to get rehabilitation, because the NHS only funds the first 4 to 6 weeks. And so they require a few years after that, which we found that they're all paying for private physiotherapy. But what we're creating is a hybrid system with the hospitals where they pay much less than they pay for their private physiotherapy, but they get overseen by a clinician from an NHS hospital.
All right.
Great, thank you a lot, Mr. Bogiru. We need to move to the next company. I'm sorry. We have together with us Mr. Pilalis from Enios. So, Mr. Pilalis, whenever you're ready, you may start. Thank you a lot, Alan. I'm sorry. Thank you a lot for your presentation.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm going to share presentation. Is it okay? Can you see?
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah.
So, hello. Thank you for inviting us. So, Enios enables automated analysis of big and complex biological data. Precision medicine is an emerging field that relies on genomic information and DNA sequencing in order to identify the correct drug for each person based on the genetic background. However, precision medicine is facing the problem of a data interpretation bottleneck. Data are produced at ever-increasing rates as the cost of sequencing is constantly decreasing. The analysis is becoming more complicated and expensive, and 95% of the cost is now related to data interpretation, while 10 years ago was the opposite. This results in slow development of new drugs and low success rates of clinical trials, as at least 10 years are needed to complete all phases of a clinical trial. To address this problem, Enios has developed a novel innovative technology for data interpretation, which combines semantics with machine learning. The technology is precise and fully automated at the same time. A key difference with similar technologies is that it incorporates biological knowledge directly into the statistics, and thus it's not a purely mathematical methodology like traditional machine learning. Thus, it addresses major challenges in drug development, namely the precise genome targeting, the need for smaller cohorts in order to be able to find therapies for more diseases, including rare ones. It increases the success rates of trials, offering a better and faster stratification of patients, leading to a significant decrease of costs with larger profitability periods before patents expire. The average development cost of a drug is $1 billion. Our precision medicine strategy can reduce this cost by 70%. It reduces the number of potential genomic targets and the number and size of cohorts. We're addressing the global computational biology market, expected to reach 30 billion by 2031, comprising the segments of drug development, companion diagnostics, and precision medicine applications. The competitive landscape can be described by two main characteristics: automation and biological interpretation. On one hand, there are bioinformatic marketplaces and platforms which ensure automated analysis, but they have little to no means for interpretation. And on the other hand, there are digital biotech companies which offer biological interpretation, but a slow and non-data-driven one, using traditional non-precise methods. ENEO's proprietary technology combines both, offering an automated, data-driven, precise biological interpretation. Our go-to-market strategy comprises two revenue streams: licensing of the technology and generation of intellectual property. And in terms of actions, we have been awarded the first prize of Pfizer's Digital Health Accelerator and signed a contract with Pfizer for the next year. We have also filed 3 international patents for brain cancer in collaboration with INSERM, the French biomedical research organization, and we have also developed a prototype for precision therapy of prostate cancer, which was accepted by the accelerator of Illumina, which is the largest sequencing technology provider. Since 2015, when we received our first investment, we have been through a deep tech development phase, and we generated substantial revenue in grants and contracts. And now we're aiming to fully implement our go-to-market strategy. We are a multidisciplinary team with experts from different fields as biology, bioinformatics, computer engineering, and medicine. We have also engaged high-profile advisors from different fields, and we have developed international collaborations in the public and private sectors with universities, research organizations, and companies like Pfizer, Illumina, and INSERM. We request a minimum of 500,000 euros in order to reach a revenue of 1 million in the next 2 years for business development, marketing, product development, and restructuring of the cap table. An investor with an understanding of the biotech area is highly preferred. Thank you very much for your attention, and we will be happy to discuss further details.
Amazing. Thank you a lot, Mr. Lalis. So now we can welcome any questions from the audience. Mr. Mouzoulas, of course, we can start. We cannot hear you. You're muted.
Hi. Just a very short question back on the slide that you had with the revenue model. So can you explain a little bit to what extent this is a sort of standardized, because, okay, the IP revenues, the IP strategy is clear for someone in that space. The pure revenue stream on the left side, is it like for a subscription for a standardized product, or is it on a project by project basis? How does it work? Can you explain that?
Yes, we have already developed a service, a software as a service platform, which accepts the data. It can be customized for different scenarios. So the revenue model will be to customize this platform for more specific paths that will be needed from the client in order to target more specific diseases or more specific data formats and different endpoints. Like so, it will be licensing of platform as a service.
Super. Samaki, would you like to also ask a question?
Thanks, Lefteri. Just a quick question. I noticed that you have 3 or 4 patents in prostate cancer, I think, and brain. So these are just to make sure that these are patents for new molecules that can potentially be new therapies. Did I understand that correctly?
Yes, it's for cancer, for brain cancer, glioblastoma, which is a rare aggressive cancer. It's another for inflammatory diseases of the mucus, like asthma, and it's not new molecules, but it's a strategy to select the best therapy from its companion diagnostics.
All right. Okay. Just to make it clear. Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you a lot, Mr. Thank you for presenting ENEOS. And now we're going to move on with the 4th company. We have together with us Ms. Pomakidou that is representing Evo HP. Sophia, whenever you're ready, you can start.
Yep. Thank you very much for your time. I want to thank Inagora and all of you. So I will start quickly because I respect so much your time. Okay. I believe you can see my screen, correct?
Yeah.
We are Evo Human Performance, and Evo Human Performance stands for bioengineering. We believe that the human body is the ultimate machine and should be treated likewise. Is it happening this way? Probably the answer is not. The problem we solve in global market is the problem of muscle injuries. This problem leads to underperformance, time out of action, team risk their goals, and of course, money loss. Only for European soccer, it's a 16 billion euros loss annually. This is a typical case we ran with Manchester United some years ago, and we just put numbers in our words. The answer to this problem is that there's no answer. And as Greeks, we ask this rhetorical question: what if you could have a clue of what is going on into your musculoskeletal system? We are really proud to present you our product. It is a software. It is called the Artemis software, a bioengineering tool powered by artificial intelligence for monitoring daily lower body musculoskeletal system, providing personalized performance, and of course, early injury alerts. The process is really easy. We want to approach this Zoom model. We only need to kind of input. The first input is an MRI of lower limb. We have our own protocol. From this part, we create a 3D digital twin of each user. And the other output is the ID of tracking devices. I must highlight that we are not in the hardware market. We just do the software. All sports clubs have to wear these sensors. So from the ID, we can create personalized loading, unloading functions for each user separately. So we have your construction and your loading ability, and whatever would happen to you first happens to your digital twin. Only for some more accuracy, we support sport clubs with a force plate protocol, and all these lead to early injury alerts. Our competitive advantages, First of all, we are the first one in the market to talk for myoskeletal structural analysis. Right now, the trend in the market is create AI algorithms due to have in a quicker way statistical analysis. But what we did is a paradigm shift. We're a game changer. Because we are the first engineers in this field, in digital health field and in sport tech field. We provide personalized functions for each user separately, which is also great. We also have a predictive power and we are super user friendly. Let me move, this tab. Until now, we have validation in 75%, and because of machine learning procedure continuously increasing our accuracy. We support currently professional soccer and basketball teams in Europe, mostly in Europe, some individual athletes in Barcelona, and the key is that we are 100% client-centric. We want to achieve top customer support. Keys of success for us are human resources, market acquisition, intellectual property, and of course, capital efficiency. This is our roadmap. I want to highlight that now we are in this growth stage. We already have recurring revenues. We have paying customers, and we believe that next year we can achieve this exponential growth and have paying customers with 30 sports clubs. Our competition mostly is in Europe and then ended in US. I want to highlight there that all of these companies were funded from 10 to 180 millions in the same stage we are, but okay, unfortunately, we are registered in Greece. Market size, it's huge and it's growing in a tremendous rhythm. Actually, COVID showed us that CARG was augmented in 25.4%. We aim to
Sofia,
raise 2 million euros. Yeah.
If you can just speed it up a little bit.
Yeah. We aim to raise 2 million euros, and I can break down if you want. Okay. We already have paying customers, as I told you, and our team comprises out of highly skilled engineers. We have some angel investors, and one of them is Mr. Itoudis, who invested in us after our collaboration. We're really proud to have him in our team because he really showed us the way to commercialization. We believe we are a game changer and we can be the next golden standard. We want to welcome you in the future today. Thank you very much.
Thank you a lot, Sofia.
Thank you.
So we have a couple of minutes now for questions. Who would like to go first and ask Ms. Pomakidou about the product? Is there any question? Of course, we can, if any question shows up later, you can send it via email and we can forward it to the team.
Sofia, who makes sales in your team? Who sells the product?
Sorry? Yeah,
Mr. Antonio. Mr.
Who's
Antonio.
responsible of
Yeah.
sales?
Actually, I started as an engineer in our company as a bioengineer, but now I am a part of the sales team, and we also have Mr. Nikos Panos, who is a global agent, and we also have two more engineers that we create together sales strategy.
And what's your pricing policy or strategy?
Currently, we charge sport clubs with this ticket of 50,000 euros annually. But this is a beta. This is the beta phase. So in the next 2 years, we believe that this amount will be doubled.
So Fenerbahce has paid 50K.
No, Fenerbahce has paid 75.
75. Okay.
Great. And we had one more question from Stamatiki.
Yep.
We have time. Hi, Sophia.
Yeah, we do.
Are you thinking of actually expanding? Because obviously muscle injury, your main market now is sport and high performance athletes. But do you think that you perhaps will be expanding in the future in, for example, patients who have, you know, I mean, I'm coming from the health space, so that's why my question. So.
Yeah, thank you, Stamatiki, because I forgot to say it. Of course, our plan is to go to B2C sales, but this step, I think, should be accompanied from a fundraising, because it's a different approach, a totally different approach. Actually, we had offers to create for smartwatches this B2C application. And I believe we can engage everyone who likes sports and who experience muscle injuries. So the answer is yes. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you a lot, Ms. Pamakidou, for the presentation.
Thank you.
It was great having you on board. We're going to move on now with Tender Tech and Ms. Konidari.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Aphrodite. Whenever you are ready, you may start.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yep, we do.
Great. Hello, everybody. I'm Aphrodite, and I'm the co-founder of Tender Tech, the startup helping elders age well and carers live well. So as millions of elderly consumers are choosing to age at home and care shortages are making home care unaffordable, families must figure out how to juggle work and caregiving. To age well, it is essential that exacerbation symptoms are identified early so that minor issues can be prevented from turning into big problems. Let's take the example of falls, the most common cause of disability and death from injury in the over 65s. It takes 3,000 fall risk behaviors that are missed to lead to 300 near falls that go unreported, which lead to 90 minor and 30 major injuries, but also one fatal fall. Elderly care is stressful and reactive today because this risk visibility is limited, especially when people age at home alone. Every time the door closes or the phone hangs up, carers are worried that important things are being missed until after it's too late. 0% visibility today of risks like near falls, signs of fever, insomnia, and seizures means that 1 in 10 seniors lose their independence every year. And 2 out of 3 unpaid carers, predominantly women, providing countless hours of invisible care, develop ill health and are at higher risk of quitting work. We built Hestia, the AI care support platform, with no wearables and no cameras to deliver greater risk visibility and support better and more flexible care partnerships, enabling elders to age well and carers to care for their loved ones without anxiety, burnouts, and missing out on life. It's possible in 3 simple steps. Step 1. Install Hestia's heat sensors in the elder's home to start risk audits from day 1. Never miss again mom's near falls or dad's signs of fever that they did not want to worry you with. Step 2, take the guesswork out of risk assessments. Worried your loved one is becoming frail or moody? Now you can know how active or alone they are at home so that you can have the right conversations with them about what matters. Step 3, by sharing Hestia's insights, elders can now connect to their circle of support, but also to their communities and the available activities in their area supporting prevention and social inclusion. In the last 6 months, our sales have grown organically through our Champions network in the social care sector, and we have won contracts worth £49,000. We were named one of UK's health tech top 50 companies and recently won a £1.4 million grant to expand Hestia into the silver fitness market. And we continue to capture and share thousands of risk insights with our users. We sell Hestia on a subscription model to people with long-term care needs, a market filled with reactive wearables and sensors, generating a never-ending blitz of unverified alerts that leave carers to guess what's going on when triggered. Hestia is an essential additive to competitors, moving carers from guessing and reacting to understanding when, how, and why exacerbations happen, the key to preventing them. So what makes us different is that Hestia is a non-wearable, privacy-preserving platform using machine learning and heat sensing to generate previously unavailable insights supporting prevention. Furthermore, Hestia's flexible design and business model provides value to carers and elders alike, allowing them to dial features up or down along their aging and caring journeys, all on the same platform. This is a £100 billion market driven by the growing population of 80-year-olds, forecasted to triple by 2050 in a world with fewer carers. Our beachhead market is the UK, and we are looking to expand across Europe and the US to serve 130,000 users by 2030. TenderTech are a team of young carers led by myself, a first-time founder, smart building expert in industry and academia, and patient advocate, and Ray Zhang, our CTO, second-time founder, and award-winning IT architect working in connected care with NHS, local authorities, and O2 for over a decade. Our team and advisory board is marrying expertise in connected care and user-centered design with tech-enabled care service building at scale and connections in health and social care. We are raising £550,000 seed for 10% with £200,000 committed to secure 24 months runway, get 1,000 users, and generate an annual revenue of £800,000. People over 60 will become the largest consumer group by 2030. Over 2/3 are already choosing to age at home, and 80% of their care is provided by unpaid caregivers. That is you and me, as 1 in 3 of us will become carers at some point in our lives. Our sales are growing, and having secured a large grant from Innovate UK, TenderTech is building a game-changing platform that will transfer the age tech market, which remains untapped and impenetrable by large companies. We've got a strong team with the stamina and dedication you would expect from carers. We are growing our traction in a market with untapped potential. So we hope you join us in creating a more equitable future for elders and caregivers. Thank you.
Thank you, Aphrodite, a lot for your presentation. So now we can welcome any questions from the audience. Is there anything you would like to know about TenderTech? Yes, Mr. Strategopoulos, you can go first.
Thank you very much for the presentation. I also really liked the way you presented the problem and your solution. 2 quick questions about your go-to-market model and the competition. And how do you plan to generate more sales and more revenue?
So we currently sell Hestia on a B2B2C model through organizations already in the circle of support who add post-sale services and support services. Let me get you to the right slide. So what practically happens, a big problem that exists in the market is how to really penetrate the circle of support that is around the user. So if the user is right here, there are a number of organizations that already gain the support of the specific person. So we piggyback practically on that relationship, and hence we have this B2C model. Our subscription starts at £59 per month. And we make those organizations already in the circle of support our champions. And to scale up, we follow a product-led growth model that scales up through this community champion network. And this is a network that keeps creating awareness, supports the introduction, setup, and ongoing use of feedpiece. And early adopters already include progressive care providers that support assistive tech technologies with training and help desks. And key to this growth model and to scaling up our scale is making Hestia simple enough to work out of the box for independent users and carers without the help of someone else, flexible enough with customizable and adaptable modules and enable users to start easy and stay on board in the long term, and social enough, enable champions, elderly and carers to connect through the platform, share learnings and support, and keep using Hestia. With regards to the competition, practically what we know and we see in the market is there are wearables, and they have obviously benefits. However, among the elderly, the current rate of adoption is very low, mainly because it is a home setting and people tend to spend most of their time there, and they find no use into wearing wearables within the home setting as they age. So this has driven us early on in our journey to develop Hestia to not require any user engagement and to be completely unobtrusive. So users don't have to remember to wear anything, take it off when they go to the bathroom, or charge anything while at home. However, to extend our capacity to monitor what happens outside the home for those people who are a bit earlier in their journey and stay more active, we integrate with some wearables. So specifically, we integrate with Fitbits and also with smart garments. And this is a very promising area that we see developing as we're moving to now towards people who are in their 50s and planning for their future for when they are 70s and have long-term care needs. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Afroditi. We have one question from Samadiki and then one from Themis, and then we're going to move on. Samadiki, please.
Hi, Afroditi. Great to see this. I've got an aging father in Australia who would benefit heaps for it. How do we do it? We subscribe, we get your product, and then do you guys offer training for me as a carer and my father as a user, or do we have to coordinate it with the local GP? Who interprets all this data that we're getting back?
So first of all, when you get the solution is supposed to work out of the box. So practically your parent will be receiving the sensors, but you will be coordinating through the app the whole process. All you need is, if your father is a technophobe, all you need is maybe a friend of theirs who are a bit less technophobe, either a sibling or a neighbor, to help them a bit with setting the sensors. So the sensors are very easy to install. It's like a home alarm system. We use 3M commands. We have a sticker. You just stick it on the wall. You stick the sensor there and you plug it in, and you don't have to do anything else. Then from your side, you will start actually receiving data, and all the data is visualized in such way. And what you see actually here, we get this question a lot, whether this is a camera. This is a heat sensor, but why you see a video here is we convert a lot of the heat temperature data into a visualized format for you to be able to understand it. So all the data you will receive on your app pass the 3 a.m. test, which is a standard in social care, which practically means you need to have, if you have an alert at 3 a.m. in the morning, you need only 3 minutes to review any information we give you and make a decision and take action to help the person you support. I hope that answers your question, Samadiki.
Great. Yeah, great. Thank you.
Super. And the last question from Themis.
Yes, Aphrodite, of course, this is a very, promising area, the elderly care, etc. However, I was wondering whether you have any insight into whether this could be in the future covered by the Social Security system.
Yes, so our immediate route to market really relies on care providers because they're the closest. Our next actually route to market will be through the national healthcare system. The reason it takes a bit longer is, especially in UK, there's a higher burden of evidence that the company has to provide in order to have this subsidized from the national healthcare system. So it takes a little bit more time and do a few trials with independent organizations to develop and generate this evidence. The other interesting area is insurance companies. We already been in talk with a couple of them, especially in Greece. And also, I would also mention telecoms. As telecoms see such a solution as an easy add-on to an existing package where you have internet, TV, mobile phones, and so forth. That will be the offering to the grandma or grandpa in a remote island and would help the family keep an eye on the senior person aging there. I hope that answers your question.
I think it did. Afrodite, thank you so much. Thank you, Themis, and thank you, Afrodite. She's the CEO of Theta Biomarkers, Ms. Bego.
Yes, let me share my screen. Okay, can you see?
Not yet, but it's loading. Yeah, we can see it now. So whenever you're ready, you may start.
Okay, hello, I'm Olga and I'm CEO and co-founder of Theta Biomarkers, where we created an exceptional and technologically advanced research clinical laboratory to help final users get accurate, quality, and meaningful services and treatment decisions in a swift and reliable manner. Well, most healthcare professionals are linked to inferior technologies for the quantification of significant biomarkers and drugs. These kind of practices present numerous disadvantages and often lead to inaccurate results. There are plenty examples of well-known and established biomarkers that doesn't quite work as advertised, so you have to do a whole batch of additional tests, and this is translated at least to money, time, and inefficient solutions. An upcoming alternative to this is metabolomics-based analysis, which, however, need an exceedingly qualified personnel and advanced equipment. And in Theta Biomarkers, we have both. So we started this company, a spin-off of Aristotle University of Thessaloniki, where we provide deep tech metabolomics-based services for a wide range of biomarkers and drugs regarding health, wellness, and lifestyle in general. We provide evidence-based solutions tailored to the need of our customers with the aim to offer personalized reports and health advices, improving final users' well-being. We have managed to channel all the knowledge, experience, and research into a service that enables final users to be actively involved in their own health. Also, we have developed a new innovative technology product for easy and safe sampling outside the clinical laboratory, avoiding costly cold chain transfer, thus opening a worldwide market. The market we are addressing is metabolomics market, and more specifically, the market of personalized medicine. We strongly believe that our company can reach a revenue of up to 250,000 euros the first year, with a vertical increase in the second and third year of operation. Our business model mainly relies on B2B collaborations. We already provide our services to clinics, universities, nutritionists, wellness centers, and sport teams, and we are backed up by the strongest metabolomics research group and opinion leaders. Regarding competition, there are a few companies worldwide that offer services similar to ours and are mainly based in the USA. In Greece, there is only one company, while others use inferior technologies. So comparing ourselves with our major competitors, we have years of experience in the field of bioanalysis and metabolomics. We own state-of-the-art equipment that enable us to simultaneously quantify a wide range of metabolites covering various biochemical pathways, and we have a geographical advantage as we are the sole company and the largest new knowledge, new technology provider for metabolomics in Greece and in Southeast Europe. Also, we have established unique cohort reference range. We are very well positioned regarding patient-centric sampling, having key collaborations with material developers. And above all, we are not just technology users, but we are in the spirit of technology advancement, generating new bioanalytical approaches. Theta Biomarkers is a newly founded company. We have already participated in an extraversional program in Israel, and we have established 2 key collaborations with high-profile partners. On September, we signed our first contract with a European company, and we participate as partners in an Horizon EU project regarding patient-centric sampling. Our goal for the next months is to expand our clients in Greece and abroad, and to seek for funding. For our company's scale up and growth, and in order to expand worldwide, the capital requirement is 600,000 euros for the next 3 years. The majority of the money will be invested in marketing, advertisement, and promotion of our company. Approximately 200,000 will be invested in R&D, IT, instrumentation, and other resources, while 70,000 are needed for the industrial production of our 2 new kits. In total, we are 5 co-founders in Theta, all with complementary role, experience, and background to one another, as the team consists of 2 analytical chemists, 2 biochemists, and 1 MD, who is also director of the largest biomedical laboratory in northern Greece. All of us have been awarded with major grants funded from prestigious and competitive EU and national programs. The rest of the team and our advisory board, thank you all.
Thank you a lot, Olga, for your presentation. Do we have any questions for Ms. Begu and theta biomarkers?
Sorry.
Is it something that you would like to learn more about the company? Of course, we can always connect you afterwards. So we have a question in the chat, Olga, which is asking, what are the main diseases in your focus?
Yes, we have different service panels. We measure metabolites that have a key role for the monitor a disease state, so they're not particulate regarding just one disease. But we have also developed a machine learning algorithm that can predict the risk for cardiovascular coronary artery disease within 1 to 5 years.
Okay. So is there any other questions that you'd like to ask Olga? Okay, if not, I would like to thank you a lot for the great presentation. And we're going to move on with our last team. And we have Mr. Vidras with us that is representing VimaChem. Hi, Alex.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah, now we do, thank you.
Perfect. So I'll share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Not yet, but maybe just loading.
Is it done?
Not yet, actually. Would you like to try again? Yeah, I think, no. Started loading, but then it stopped.
What now?
Yeah, it's working now, perfect.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I am Alex, and I'm the CEO of VimaChem. Nice to meet you all. I hope the day has been good. So what we do in VimaChem is we provide a software platform with IoT connectivity, meaning we connect to machines, and we support pharma and biotech manufacturers to produce medicines, primarily biologics, faster and more efficiently, and really go to market faster. And you all know from COVID how important is speed to market. Something that you may not know is that the pharma market has really evolved a lot in the last 10 years, where we went from simple small molecule manufacturing, tablets and capsules and other known medicines, to much more complex biologics, cell and gene, and personalized medicines. And we're really talking about a huge market where the complexity of manufacturing has increased and the time to manufacture has increased significantly, but really the technology used in manufacturing has not really kept up, especially on the software side. So some stats about the industry that you may not know. So 80% of pharma manufacturing these days takes place in paper, which every time I present it, I still can't believe it, meaning that everything that is done within a manufacturing site is recorded in paper, because that's required by compliance. We need to know who did what, when, what machine, for how long. and all that is done in paper or is done in the rest 20% of the market with really high complex monolithic software applications, and that makes the pharma industry the second least digitized industry after the public sector. So essentially, we're talking about a huge market in need to digitize. And not only that, especially through COVID, but even before, similarly to how other industries are affected, there has been a lot of movement in the industry when it comes to people. New people come in, young biotechs enter manufacturing sites and they have to deal with paper, and they also have a lot of pressure to really execute the right way and first time, as we say, in pharma. And for all these reasons and for lots more, the FDA is also pushing for essentially modernization of the industry. And as I'm sure you can imagine, when the FDA dictates something, everybody's listening. In terms of market size, there are about 35,000 pharma and biotech manufacturers out there, and about 28,000 of them need our solutions. So we are essentially talking about a very large untapped market, and with a conservative estimate of about 100,000 ARR, annually recurring revenue sale per site. And by tapping about 1/3 of those potential customers, we can become close to a 1 billion ARR company, annually recurring revenue company. How we're going to do that and how we're doing that? So we provide a platform that makes pharma manufacturing and data-driven operation. So imagine everything that happens within a site, instead of being recorded in paper, being recorded in software, and we apply AI and machine learning to really make manufacturing more efficient and more smart. So one use case from a customer in Germany, they were recording all production processes and issues in paper. We implemented our platform. We were able to connect their machines and really find real-time information of what's happening on the shop floor, and then analyze this data, and really we help them to increase uptime of machines, increase production volume, and really achieve an ROI of 11x just from year one. In terms of the company, so we've been in the market for 4 years. We have 50 customers. We are in about 20 countries. We have 4 customers in the US. We have a customer in Japan. So we are really well established in the market, and really our name is becoming popular in the market. And of course, we have our base in Greece. So most of the people, let's say the product team and the cost center are in Greece, but we also established a US office last year, given that also I'm a US citizen. So that made it a little bit easier. In terms of competition, we have some competitors that are very well funded by inside partners like Apprentice and Tulip, but we are really more focused compared to them. So Tulip goes across all industries, and Apprentice and Nation are primarily on biotech. So even though we have competition, it's still minimal. Something else that is important to know about the competitors is that they all been in the market for a while. I mean, since 2016, because that's a really difficult market to penetrate and expand, given that it's highly specialized and highly compliant. In terms of our unit economics, so we sell a platform with typical subscription-based model. Our current deal size is about 40,000 per company. We are very fortunate to have minimal support costs, and that's how we are able to support 50 customers with 30 people right now, all of them based in Greece. We have developed a network of partners because the pharma industry is largely a network-based industry where local partners can help you sell. But this still allows us to have very hefty margins, which combined with the fact that we've never lost a customer makes for really great unit economics and really great ratio of lifetime value to acquisition cost. In terms of the team, so we are 4 co-founders. My background is in data science and analytics. I spent 10 years in the US before moving back to Greece to start Vimachem. I have my CTO and co-founder, George, who was in Switzerland for years, and he was a freelance developer. My brother is the financial gatekeeper of the company, and Mike is our advisor when it comes to sales and set our sales process. And combined, of course, with that team, we have 25 more people in Greece, product people and sales people and data scientists. What we are seeking, so we are raising a seed round of 4 to 5 million. What we plan to use the funds is to expand in the US. We've been bootstrapped so far, we've been profitable so far, but US expansion is an expensive game. So now it's the time to really raise funds. And what we want to do is really expand our platform so we go upstream. We see large potential in clinical and preclinical phases, especially for biotechs. And of course, we need to expand our team and our network of partners. What we are seeking in a partner is someone that really understands the industry and has a network in the industry. We're looking for people that ideally have done it before, so entrepreneurs that have experience and have dealt with the same issues we are facing. Of course, someone that can help us really move to future rounds and help us exit the company. And ideally someone that is based in the US, given that this is a primary market of focus. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you a lot, Alex. We already have a question on the chat, actually 2 questions. One is about the slide that you showed on the market issue. It says that, what is it on the 2021, the total global market for your service?
Yeah, so it's the global software manufacturing market right now. It's about 20 billion, if that's the question.
And what is your market share on that, he asks?
What is that?
Your market share.
Our market share right now, given that we have a little bit north of 1 million, it's minimal.
Okay. Great, thank you for answering. Thank you, Cornelia, for the questions. Do we have any more questions for Alex? Anything that you'd like to learn before we finish this investing day? Either way, you can contact us if you would like to connect with the company, or if you have any more questions after the pitching session. We're going to be more than happy to answer it. So if we don't have any more questions, I would like to thank everyone. Alex, thank you a lot for your presentation. It was great having you on board. And I would like to thank everyone for being here today, investors and the pitching companies. Thank you a lot. We hope it was insightful for everyone. And we're going to let you know when we're going to have the next pitching session in 2023 now. Thank you a lot for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.